I know that this save file is taking me forever to finish, but today we're gonna do a video looking at what I've completed thus far. Hello my lovely more thoughts, welcome back to my channel. It's Morbid Gamer here with another video for you guys. So like I said already, we're just gonna take a look at my save file, what I've gotten done thus far, how much is left to go. I will leave a link down below to my progress. I keep track of every build that I've built thus far. Like we have percentages, how much is left to go. So if you want to take a look at that, you can peruse, it's all good. So here we have my Willow Creek world, and this is the one world that I definitely have finished the most in. So far, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty proud of myself that I've gotten this much done. So kudos to me. Anyways, I think thus far, this is my favorite remodel of like one of the towny homes. This is the Spencer Kim Lewis house. I honestly did not like the way it looked before. Obviously, this is more modern, more up my alley. And one thing that I want to get out of the way quickly is this is not base game friendly. Obviously, I'm using like every pack that I have in my arsenal available, and that's basically all the packs. So to make sure that I can achieve the look that it is that I'm going for. So inside, it's just a lot more, I don't know. I really like the way that it looks. Again, it's more catered towards my taste, things that are more contemporary and modern. I think that it feels like it's actually been lived in here. We even got a garage. I love putting garages in a lot of my builds, you'll notice. It just feels and helps the world come more alive because it makes believe that they're actual vehicles. Still hoping we still get cars at some point. The daughter gets her nice, lovely room to herself and bathroom. I feel like they have that type of money. The grandparents get their own room together. Laundry room, master bedroom, master bathroom. Have their own gym, balcony for like parties, whatever you want to do up here, and then a basketball court with a little playing area for the daughter. I think it came together really cute and nice. Then we have the new park, which I feel like is the one that definitely does not fit the aesthetic of the rest of the world, because the aesthetic has a certain color scheme, a certain look and style that I want to go for this world. Even though it doesn't fit that New Orleans style, I think this is probably the one lot that actually fits that New Orleans style the most. This is meant to be a botanic garden, so there's definitely a lot of greenery inside. Definitely we want luscious green vibes. However, I also made it a venue. If you guys want to use it as a venue, you can host either weddings, even though there's no wedding arch. This is a really nice reception area. It's pretty cute and like frilly and nice. Or I was thinking maybe makeshift pretend baby showers, because we don't have baby showers in The Sims 4, but I play tested this as a baby shower, like to make believe as on my own, and it actually works out. So yeah, you can get down, drink. I don't know about y'all, but I've actually been to baby showers where they actually do serve drinks, and it gets pretty fun, just saying. So yeah, and then of course other activities for like kids, and you can maybe do some art and then sell your art, chess, you know, the usual. Next we have the pancake house, which I actually really like the way that this came out. Also, you might start to see like a theme when it comes to the exterior and how I like the certain like wall, not colors, but the patterns to be. So they'll be very cohesive throughout the world, and you'll come to like notice, hopefully. But it's a pretty simple design. It's a pretty simple like house plan design. It's not nothing too crazy, and it even leaves room for the couple to maybe have a baby. You never know if Eliza can get her shit together. Just kidding. And then even an office. I was like, I feel like one of them needs an office, so let's just make them an office. Also, another thing that you'll notice with my builds is that I do tend to put a lot of like unconventional sim rooms in the house, and that includes this closet. Obviously there's no need for closets in The Sims, but I feel like it just, I don't know, that's the way that I enjoy playing. It feels a little bit more realistic to a floor plan, and that's just the way that I like to play it. But I understand that, yeah, it's kind of unconventional because Sims don't need closets. They don't need like a room to put their stuff away because they're Sims. Last but not least, residential that we're gonna look at in Willow Creek is the Oliveira household. So let's check out what they have going on for them. So for my new townies, I was like, we need something spacious. They're 2 kids, yes, but I don't know why. I feel like they definitely have a lot of money, and you'll see when it comes to the debug pile of cash that I had to put up. I'm just like, they have to have it. It screamed money to me. So it's a pretty big and spacious house. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh my god, this ended up being pretty spacious for a family that only has 2 kids. So a room for the little boy, a girl's bedroom for the teenage daughter, and then of course the master bedroom. I love the way the light just comes into this. Sometimes the graphics in The Sims 4, I'm like, okay, I like you. And then we've got the downstairs, which is really like, just so modern and cute and aesthetic. It gears towards my aesthetic. I like clutter. You always see me decorate with a lot of clutter because I just love it. I love to see it, man. And then I had to have some use for this hot tub, so I was just, let's just plop that there. But driveways, more driveways. Sims, where are those cars? Also, you'll notice that I do plant more cars like out on the streets just to, again, give this more life. We need the Sims to have more life. Now let's move over to Oasis Springs just because I've completely like 180 when it comes to this world. At first I was just like, let me go very like white, simple, and like really modern, but I was like, most of the things that I'm doing already are gonna be really modern, so I wanted to stray away from that and really challenge myself to do something else that's different. So I decided that I would turn this world into a Japanese inspired world, even though obviously it's not gonna look that way. The aesthetic of the world around it is desert like. I know before somebody yells at me in the comments, but I was like, I had to pick one, and out of all of the ones that I had left over, Oasis Springs felt like the best option, so I went ahead and made that decision. But I really like the way that these homes are turning out thus far, and a lot of the communities. I think I prefer building communities over residential lots. Here we have Kabuki. I love going to Kabuki. I have no idea if you guys have Kabukis near you, but that's my favorite place to go eat sushi. Anyways, I was like, let me just design this restaurant to look kind of like Japanese styles, like when you're going to the bar and you like, when you go to the sushi bar and you're just sitting in front of all the people making the sushi. It's like, it's definitely got that Asian vibe. Not gonna lie, I really like bringing my Sims here. So that is restaurant number 1. Here we have the Nihon Spa. I hope I said that right. But it's meant to be very zen. A lot of lotus flowers in the water. That's like my favorite thing to do. And then there was no real space, so obviously we had to go underground. So that is where the rest of the spa is located. And I really wanted to incorporate somehow the pool, or not the pool, I guess it's more like a pond, makeshift pond. But yeah, I think it's a nice place to like bring your Sims to just relax. It's pretty zen and quiet and cool and peaceful. I did want a bit more traditional Japanese styled homes, so that's what you're gonna get on like some parts of the neighborhood. And even though the outsides were traditional, I think the inside's pretty cool and nice. It's still pretty modern, and I think Japanese homes tend to be a little bit like more spacious and smaller inside. When it comes to the inside, I feel like that things are a bit more minimal, but I don't think I'm gonna head that route. I definitely do think I'm still gonna clutter it up and make it more modern and spacious. So yeah, that is what this world is gonna end up looking like. Some lots may stay, some lots may go. I tend to flip-flop a lot when it comes to certain lots. I'm just like, in the end, maybe I don't end up liking them and they just gotta go. Now, Windenburg is my French style world, and oh my god, is this such a project of a world to finish, just because it's the world with the most, technically the most lots. I think San Myshuno might be up there as well, just because of all of the apartments that there are. But those 2 worlds are just, oh my goodness. This is my Moulin Rouge inspired build. I was heavily inspired by this one building in France. Actually, I'll post a picture up, but that's what it was inspired by. And I was like, I have to have it. I have to have some kind of homage, a nod towards Moulin Rouge in this French style world. So this is actually a nightclub. I definitely debated whether making this a bar, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of bars and lounges in The Sims 4. I feel like they all tend to be very similar. At least nightclubs, you get music with DJs. I don't know. I'm not a fan of bars and lounges. I will sprinkle them in, of course, but other than that, I'm like, I had to make this a nightclub. So I think it's really fun. And this is not custom content. This is actually downloaded from the gallery. So I know people tend to not be fans of actual English and writing in The Sims 4. So yeah, if that bothers you, you can always delete it. But I thought it was pretty fun that somebody actually made paintings of those. Next, we have the Louvre. The Louvre, that is in France. This took me so long to finish, I kid you not. I think this has been the longest project I've ever had, just because I wanted to capture the essence of the Louvre. Obviously, I not gonna be able to build a replica of it, especially because this lot is so tiny. It's a 40 by 30, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna fit the actual humongous museum that is into this 40 by 30 lot. So I had to improvise, and so it is more like a downscaled, very downscaled version of that museum. And I was like, we have to replace the museum that was here before. So a lot of it is the usual, just like paintings and just sculptures. I did sneak one painting that the Louvre actually has, and that's the Mona Lisa. I was like, I have to have her, and thanks to the gallery, there's actually a painting of her floating around in the gallery. You'll probably find a lot of things on the gallery, but this is not just a museum. If you wanted to, you could also get married here. I wanted to make this a little bit more fancy, so you could bring your Sims here, get married. There is a dance floor option, a buffet table, and a bar, and a little section for gifts, you know. So San Myshuno is a very big project, and I have finished a bit more apartments. They take a while because, again, I like them to be very cluttered, so that's not going to be ideal for everyone, obviously and honestly, but that's the way that I like to play, and so that's the way that I build my San Myshuno apartments. So let's just take a look at some of them really quickly. And also, I like them to be very bougie, because you'll notice that this is usually a rundown apartment, but it doesn't even look like what the hallway looks like, but that's fine with me. This is where Penny Pizzazz, I think, resides. It's really like white, a lot of neutrals with that wood texture. It's just really simple, but like cluttered up a little bit here and there, especially when it comes to this area. This took me forever. I saw in a picture of CC someone who had a bedroom and put this along as like a divider, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I had the custom content. Let me try and recreate this without custom content. I'll tell you, this, it doesn't seem like a lot, but this took me forever. So yeah, it's got everything that you need. I love it. Here's just one more apartment. I had to pay a little bit of homage to the black and white that is my room, just in case you haven't noticed. But I was like, I had to do that. This is a bit more cluttered up, like I was talking about. Definitely has a lot more of clutter going on. Here's a makeshift closet, even though obviously closets aren't needed in The Sims. I'm still love the way that it looks decoration wise. So yeah, I love the way that this apartment came out. And I will say, I do tend to lean towards having more like single to maybe partnered households when it comes to apartments, or really in general, just because I don't really play with families a lot. But I will try and change gears a little bit, just so I can be a little bit more inclusive when it comes to bigger families. Next, we have Koi, the restaurant, the underwater restaurant. Actually, I saw an underwater restaurant once on the gallery. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I tried to build off of that idea. Definitely did not come out as great as theirs, but I tried. So this is Koi. This resides in Del Sol Valley. I'm like, I really wanted to be kind of like out there. It looks like something that would be unconventional and something you'd see probably celebrities. So yeah, it's pretty simple, but the fact that it's underwater, I think makes it a little bit cooler. So I don't know. And there is a little bit of seating up here just in case for your little bit more bougie Sims who wants to be like left alone, not eating with the other people. You know how it is sometimes. Then we have eco lifestyle, or is it living? I always forget. But even though this game and this world has caused me so many problems in the past, I still wanted to build here. This is my very few and one and only probably bar that I've made. But I thought, what about in like an outdoor seated bar with like games and like karaoke, maybe even some food vendors outside selling food. I thought it was really just like a nice space to just talk to people and like hang out and vibe. I definitely love the aesthetic of this bar. So I think before it was just a really like train station-esque bar that was here before. Not my vibe, not my scene. So I definitely wanted to 180 that. So there you go, there you have it. If there are other lots that you saw but I didn't speak about, it might be because they were in my previous save file video that I have already done and talked about those lots. So you can go ahead and check out that video. I'll leave it somewhere up here for you guys. Save files are definitely a process and most definitely a project to do, but I honestly really love seeing what people come up with. If you feel bored of The Sims 4, I think this would be a good kind of challenge and project to get into. I'm not a builder, but I've had fun actually coming up with ideas and what I want to see myself or have my Sims live in or spend time in. It really has been fun. I hope to someday have this completely finished, but it is a lot of work, especially because all of these are complete 100% like makeovers from what they were originally. But that's all that I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. It helps this channel out. If you are not subscribed, why aren't you? It is free 99 and does not cost you a thing. Hit that little notification bell so you can be part of the early squad. And last but not least, if you want to go above and beyond, hit that join button so you can check out the extra channel perks that you get if you decide to pay a monthly fee to the channel. But no pressure. That's all that I have, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.